State, beautiful Plateau State, beautiful Plateau State.
My name is Jembin Zita and you're watching News Track coming to you live from our Refield studio. Good afternoon. The federal government has dismissed report claiming there were hidden spending and diversion of federal revenues. Minister of State for Finance Taiwo Oyedele, in a statement issued in Abuja on Sunday, described the report as a misrepresentation of findings contained in the latest Nigerian Development Update by the World Bank. According to him, recent media interpretations suggesting that a significant portion of Federation earnings was being diverted were inaccurate and based on a misunderstanding of Nigeria's fiscal framework. He clarified that the reported deductions by the Federation Accounts Allocation Committee, FAC, which had been portrayed as wasteful or missing funds, were legitimate and statutory components of public finance administration. Such deductions, according to him, include statutory transfers, savings and investment, security-related expenditures, cost of collection charges, refunds to ministries, departments and agencies, as well as transfers and interventions benefiting subnational government. Oyedele argued that refunds and transfers to state and other tiers of government should not be classified as leakages, noting they represent lawful fiscal flaws, including repayment of obligations and allocations backed by law. He also faulted what he described as the selective use of outdated data in some commentaries, stressing that the World Bank report acknowledged ongoing reforms aimed at improving transparency and boosting revenue. Media and stakeholders were urged to engage responsibly with fiscal data to avoid misinterpretations that could undermine ongoing reforms and public confidence. A 3-day retreat to promote healing and reconciliation, thereby fostering unity, strengthening institutions, and ensuring sustainable development in Plateau State was recently organized. Our correspondent was at the Katakolon Conference Hall, Lakeview Resort in Lamingo, where the retreat was held.
The retreat on good governance, peace and transformation in Plateau State attracted government officials, Christian and traditional leaders and participants from 10 Middle Belt states of the country. Organized by the 24 Elders Council of the state with Christian Association of Nigeria, New Life for All and traditional leaders, the retreat aimed at creating an open space for dialogue will bring healing and restoration to the state, among other benefits. Former Governor of Plateau State, Jonah Jang, in his open remarks, recalls that healing, restoration of trust, justice and security in the state is a necessity. Hence, the initiative is designed to restore Plateau State to its original model.
15th April 2026. So we can discuss dispassionately and seek intervention for the healing of our wounds and hearts of different layers and all the layers. Good governance, peace, reconciliation, and transformation is only realistic in healed environment.
Facilitator of the retreat, Ben Akpera, hopes that the outcome will bring reconciliation and transformation to the state.
People are seen to be transforming, and I'm also taking the beauty of it is that it's a simple process. We don't have manuals. The manual we use is the Bible.
Other resource persons at the retreat were Professor Yusuf Turaki, Apostle Emmanuel Kure, and Most Reverend Benjamin Kwashi, who led various sessions on the role of the church and good governance. Some of the participants who spoke separately, Senator Istifanus Gyang, Chairman of Jos South Local Government, Silas Patrick, and PDP State Auditor Tabitha Shemu, all described the event as inspiring.
Forgiving plateau that embraces all of us, irrespective of our religion.
I've been greatly impacted by this from all the resource persons that spoke here.
Forgiveness and all that has been taught here is something that we need to take back to our people.
The retreat featured Discovery Bible Study sessions, individual and group exercise, and forgiveness and reconciliation sessions in Jos, Rotkan, Nanfa.
The federal government, through the Nigerian Electricity Management Services Agency, has raised the alarm over the increasing number of fire incidents linked to improperly installed rooftop solar photovoltaic systems across the country. As Nigeria's power sector continues to operate below expectations, many Nigerians are turning to solar to escape blackout. However, cases of fire outbreaks from rooftop solar panels are becoming a source of concern to both the government and citizens. In a strongly worded public notice, NEMSA expressed serious safety concerns, noting that many of the reported incidents were associated with poor workmanship, the use of substandard materials, the absence of protective devices, and non-compliance with technical standards and regulations. The agency directed members of the public to engage the services of qualified and NEMSA-certified solar PV system installers only. It stressed that these certified professionals possess the necessary skills, experience, and knowledge of technical standards and regulations. The agency further stated that PV models with cracks, bent frames, air bubbles, hotspot or loose junction boxes should not be used, as damaged models can cause electrical fault, reduce system performance, and increase the risks of fire or equipment failure. Operators were told to ensure that communication cables and power cables are routed separately and never run together in the same conduit, as combining them can lead to signal interference, degraded system performance, and a higher risk of electrical fault or fire. NEMSA also advised installers and owners to perform regular checks and maintenance of the rooftop PV system by cleaning the solar panels to prevent dust accumulation and overheating, periodically inspecting cables, connectors, and the inverter, and promptly replacing any damaged component. Wase Local Government Council has inaugurated a high-power peace and security committee to profile lasting solutions on tackling insecurity. This is part of measures rather put in place to guarantee peace and security within the local government area. Our Lantern Zonal correspondent reports the inauguration was conducted by the council chairman, Amisu Anani. The report.
The inauguration, according to Hamisu Anani, marks another bold step by his administration towards strengthening peaceful coexistence, improving security, and fostering unity among the people of Wase local government area. Anani maintained that peace and security remain the bedrock of any meaningful development, stressing without peace, no society can progress, and without unity, sustainable development becomes difficult to achieve.
However, we must acknowledge that there are challenges that require collective effort. Dialogue, proactive engagement to maintain peace, stability across our communities.
Administering the oath of office on the members of the committee, Chief Magistrate of Wase and Kanam local government areas, Matthias Mensam, reminded them on the implication of reneging on the oath taking. Responding on behalf of the 9-man Peace, Unity and Security Summit, its chairman, Dauda Lamba, appreciated the council chairman for finding them trusted to be saddled with the responsibility of planning the unique summit, which is the first of its kind. Lamba, a former commissioner, assured that in the execution of their tasks, they will imbibe and display the highest moral standard, character, and ethical excellence.
We shall also deploy uncommon commitment and determination, while deliberately taking into cognizance the legitimate concerns and expectations of your office and those of the people of Wase local government area, and indeed the entire state.
The Emir of Wase, Muhammad Sambo, represented by the Andarman Wase, Ibrahim Jallo, implored the committee to be fair and just in the discharge of the tax before it. The committee has as its terms of reference to include to plan and organize the Peace, Security and Unity Summit, to engage all relevant stakeholders across Wase local government, among others. From the council chambers of Wase local government area, I am Thaddeus Yilmen.
Executive members of Mary's Lesser Multipurpose Cooperative Society have been challenged to strive towards changing the fortunes of the organization. Chief Medical Director, Plateau State Specialist Hospital, Christopher Yilguan, gave the challenge at the 7th Annual General Meeting of the Society. Our correspondent reports the event, which held at the Heart-to-Heart Hall of the hospital, also featured the inauguration of the Society's new executive. The 7th Annual General Meeting of Mary's Lesser Multipurpose Society was themed The Importance of Cooperatives in a Changing World, understanding the principles, values, rights and privileges of members in a cooperative society. The Chief Medical Director, Plateau State Specialist Hospital, Christopher Yilguan, appreciates the executive members of the cooperative for their resilience and commitment to the welfare of members and pledge management support.
As a management, we are happy to support and also to work hand in hand, with every cooperative that is located, within the hospital.
Guest speaker at the event, Mata Tabgun, who spoke on the topic Challenges and Opportunities in Cooperative Development, said lack of proper bookkeeping can pose a serious challenge to cooperatives.
If they are not properly managed, there could be a room or an avenue for a challenge.
President, Mary's Lesser Multipurpose Society, Gofung Zamani, explained, though faced with challenges, the society has recorded successes.
Implementation of share capital has been a challenge to this cooperative society since inception. However, this problem was overcome during this regime in the year 2023, as share capital was fully introduced to the society.
Incoming president of the Cooperative Society, Gumbias Matthew, promised sustained achievement and more incentives for members.
They were expecting us to be transparent and to be accountable.
Goodwill messages came from representative of Plascofet President, CFN President, HOD Nursing and sister cooperatives, and Director of Cooperative, among others. High point was the presentation of awards to pioneers of the society, as well as inauguration of new executives. In Jos, I am Njembin Zit. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, has predicted rainy and sunny weather activities from Monday to Wednesday nationwide. NIMET weather outlook released on Sunday predicted sunny skies on Monday over the northern region during the morning hours with chances of thunderstorms. NIMET anticipated moderate rains over part of Taraba and Adamawa State. According to the agency, there are prospects of isolated thunderstorms accompanied by moderate rains over part of Bauchi, Gombe, Kaduna, Adamawa and Taraba State during the afternoon or evening hours. For North Central region, cloudy atmosphere with intervals of sunshine is anticipated over the region during the morning hours with chances of isolated thunderstorms accompanied by moderate rains over Niger, Kogi, Kwara and the FCT. It said there are prospects of thunderstorms with moderate rains over part of the Plateau, Kwara, Kogi, Benue, Niger, Nasarawa and the Federal Capital Territory later in the day. NIMET envisaged the cloudy atmosphere over the southern region during the morning hours with chances of isolated thunderstorms accompanied by moderate rains over part of Abia, Enugu, Edo, Rivers, Bayelsa, Cross River and Akwa Ibom states. The agency predicted isolated thunderstorms accompanied by moderate rains over part of Oyo, Ebonyi, Enugu, Abia, Osun, Ekiti, Anambra, Ondo, Ogun, Edo, Imo, Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, Lagos, Cross River and Akwa Ibom states later in the day. NIMET envisaged sunny skies on Tuesday over the northern region during the morning hours. And on the foreign scene, global oil prices have jumped after U.S. President Donald Trump said its Navy had intercepted and seized an Iran-flag cargo ship. The Brent crude benchmark oil price jumped 5% to around $95 a barrel, reversing the slump on Friday when Iran said the Strait of Hormuz would be completely open to commercial vessels for the remainder of the ceasefire. On Saturday, Iran said it was closing the strait again and that any ship that approached it would be targeted. The waterways is of key importance as usually about 20% of the world's oil and liquefied natural gas passes through it. Energy markets have seen wild swings since the US and Israel attacked Iran on 28 February and Tehran responded with threats to target shipping the strait. Trump has said his representatives will be in Pakistan on Monday for negotiations. A White House official said Vice President J.D. Vance will lead the U.S. delegation. But Iran state media said Tehran had no plans for now to participate in the talks, although Iranian officials have not clarified the country's position yet. In talking sport, the competitive margins continue to get slimmer as Nigerians' elite football competition and PFL 26 gradually grinds to an end. Also contain a shade of capitulation in the English Premier League title race at the culmination of EPL Match Day 33 schedules. Our correspondent who had been monitoring latest development tells us more.
Two wins on the road for Shooting Stars Sports Club of Ibadan and Bendel Insurance of Benin over El Kanemi Warriors of Meduguri and Wiki Tories of Bauchi respectively impacted outcomes on match day 35 of MPFL 26. 7 home wins and 1 draw involving Plateau United and Kun Khalifa in Jos formed part of other major statistics on the match day, with Rangers International of Enugu's 2-1 home win against Enyimba International of Oba enough to hoist them at the top echelon of the current standings with 59 points, just 1 point above second place Rivers United. With exactly 3 games to conclude the current season, just 3 points separates 13th place Enyimba International of Aba with 20th place Wiki Tourists of Bauchi. Up next is a trip south-south for Plateau United Football Club against Warri Wolves in Ozoro, Delta State, Nigeria. Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa secured their place in the 2026 Total Energies CAF Champions League final after defeating Esperance Sportif de Tunis 2-0 on aggregate in the semi-finals, with Colombian striker Brian Leon reacting quickest to score on a rebound after his initial penalty was saved. Sundowns will now face Moroccan side FAR Rabat in the 2026 CAF Champions League final. Manchester City closed in ferociously on Premier League leaders Arsenal with a 2-1 victory in a thrilling encounter at the Etihad Stadium on Sunday night, with Erling Haaland's second half strike proving decisive on an afternoon of gripping tension to leave City only 3 points behind Arsenal with a game in hand. Records reveal Newcastle United's 1995-1996 collapse is widely considered the biggest, as they surrendered a 12-point lead in January to finish second behind Manchester United, with Kevin Keegan's side throwing away their commanding position following high-pressure losses. For Sports Roundup, Yaksat Maklek.
30 p.m. on News Update at 10 p.m. But before then, do enjoy the rest of our programs and have a very wonderful afternoon. Thanks for watching.